What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So we saw that Prop 50 passed in California, which means that they will be able to draw new lines. And they've already drawn the lines, and I'm going to show you the impact, because the impact is being felt already. And in a few days, I'll be doing my update when it comes to AI prediction. So I have an AI prediction for redistricting. How is that going to impact the 2026 midterm? So we're going to talk a little bit about that in a couple of days. But I just want to show you what is potentially going to happen in California as a result of Prop 50 passing. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. But first off, if you watch this video and you find this information helpful, please consider liking the video, sharing the video, and subscribing to the channel. Okay, so here is the map. Now, this is the map with the new lines drawn. Now, this was already out. This information was out. This isn't new. And so it was out before Prop 50 was passed. And so people knew what was the, what would be the result if they voted yes and passed Prop 50. But I want to show you some of these seats, because you're hearing talk, okay, it looks like a potential 4 to 5 seats will go to the Democrats now. But when you actually start looking at things, yes, there's a really good possibility that all 5 seats will go to Democrats, which means that it will offset what's going on in Texas. And California might gain even one more seat over Texas, because right now Texas is about 4 seats. They don't have the 5 seats. Initially, they wanted to be able to gain 5 Republican seats, but it looks like they're probably going to be able to gain 4 at the most. 3 or 4, but they're not going to be able to gain 5 because it's one of those districts is really competitive. And so let me show you here what's going on. So if we're looking at California, we see the purple here. The purple, these are the new districts, basically. Okay, they've drawn new lines and they've changed these districts. So that's what we're looking at here. That's all the purple that I show here. And so we have 5 different seats. So you have purple right there, and then you have purple here. And so now I want to show you the current representatives in all of these districts. Okay, so District 1 here, you have La Malfa. And this seat used to be a Republican plus 26. They have drawn new lines, and now it's a Democrat plus 11. So you see, this is most likely going to go for Democrats. They're going to be able to win this seat. So they're going to lose a seat here, Republicans will. And then you have Keeley here in District 3. It used to be a Republican plus 9. Now it's a Democrat plus 6. So Democrats have a really good possibility of winning that seat. And then we move down to California 22. Volado or Voladao. I don't know how to say his last name, but anyway, it was a Democrat plus 2. Now it is a Democrat plus 7. Now, these are all seats that were held by Republicans, okay? That's what's important. They're all seats that were held by Republicans. So even here with California 22, a Republican was still holding that seat, but it was shifting, and it was shifting in the Democrats' favor, okay? But now it's even more so, Democrat plus 7. Ken Calvert, and this was a Republican plus 7. Now it's a Democrat plus 16. Okay, now it's a strong Democratic seat now. Now moving down here, and this is the only one that I think will be competitive, and this is Darrell Issa. He's been in office for a while, so this is California 48, and this is in the San Diego area. And it used to be a Republican plus 20, and now it's a Democrat plus 0.1. And so basically Democrats are favored slightly in this district. But you see, Democrats have a possibility to run the table here and win all 5 seats. And if they win all 5 seats, that is going to offset what's going on in Texas. Now, I know there's some other states that are talking about redistricting and drawing new lines, and that's possible. But you have to understand, when it comes to Texas, when it comes to California, some of these larger states, you have more seats that are up for grabs. When we're talking about some of these states, there's only 1 seat. So if they draw new lines, they're only going to be able to gain 1 seat. And so you might have to have 5 different states draw new lines in order to gain 1 seat for the Republicans. So you can do all that in one large state that has more representatives. Okay, I want to show you this too, just to show you when it comes to California. So this is here's the old map. This is the new map, and it says proposed, but the proposition was passed. Okay, so the only thing that can keep this from happening is if they go to court and the court delays it for whatever reason, which is, in my opinion, it's going to be highly unlikely for that to happen. It's highly unlikely because the people in California voted yes on Prop 50, saying, yes, we want this redistricting, this temporary redistricting. So that is it's probably, I mean, it's pretty solid. It's a better argument than what's going on in Texas, because Texas didn't put it in front of the voters. Texas, their legislatures, they just decided. Okay, so they're representing their constituents, and they decided in the best interest of their constituents they were going to draw new lines. But in California, the people in California were able to make that decision. And so I think it's stronger. They have a stronger possibility of moving forward with redistricting in California than they do in Texas. And that's just my opinion. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this because I want to show you where we were. So we had 43 Democrats and this is, currently. So 43 Democrats are looking at 2024 presidential election. And then you had 9 Republicans in California. Now, if we see 5 seats go to Democrats, Democrats would now have 48 and Republicans will have 4. And so you see Republicans will lose half of the representatives that they had in California as a result of this redistricting. More than half, actually. So 5, they're going to lose 5 seats and they're only going to have 4 left. Okay, so I want to show you this one thing before we go here. So this is Cook Political Report. And let's zoom in just a little bit here so you can see this a little closer. And what this is showing us, it's showing us pretty much right now, Cook Political Report, they'll put out where they think the toss-ups are, the solid seats, the likely seats, the lean Democrat, lean Republican. So I want to show you that. So looking at Democrats, you have 178, that's solid Democratic seats, okay? 18 are likely Democrats, and then 10 lean Democrat. And then you have 17 in the middle. These are the toss-ups. And when it comes to Republicans, you have 189 solid Republican seats. You have 15 that are likely Republicans, or likely that the Republican will win the seat. And then you have 8 that lean for the Republicans to win the seat. So when we're looking, and I like to look at the toss-ups, I like to look at what's in the middle, because you have these toss-up seats, and if you have more seats on the Republican end, then that favors the Democrats, because the Republicans have more up for grabs when it comes to these seats. Now, this was the reverse just 2 weeks ago. Just 2 weeks ago, we saw Democrats had, I believe, 12 toss-up seats, and Republicans had 9 toss-up seats. So that favored Republicans. And then just a couple of days ago, a few days ago, I looked at this and it was even. It was 10-10. And now we're looking at this, and if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have 10 seats right now that Republicans, they're considered toss-up seats for Republicans. When it comes to Democrats, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have 7 seats. So now Democrats have the advantage because they have less toss-up seats. They have less seats at risk, if you want to look at it that way. And in my AI model, that's one of the categories that they look at. How many seats are at risk? And these seats, Republicans have 10 seats that are currently at risk, according to Cook Political Report. And so that just gives you even more of an idea of how things are going. And as a result of Prop 50 passing, as a result of California being able to redistrict, that is going to have impacts in the 2026 midterms. So we're still going to be waiting for these other states to figure out what they're going to do, if they're going to redistrict or not. You have both Republican, red states and blue states talking about the same thing. And so we'll have to see what happens in the future, and we'll just follow it. And I do have that AI model that I'll have a link posted at the end of this video. But every week I'm going to look at the redistricting and see how that impact, because just now, like I looked at the numbers when it comes to AI, and the numbers have changed when it comes to who's going to be benefiting from redistricting. And in the past, Republicans had a 5-seat lead, according to my AI model. But now it's changing, and we'll talk about that in a few days when I post that video. But I want to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.